In our last lesson, we discovered that North America was already home to millions of indigenous people long before Europeans arrived. But after explorers crossed the Atlantic Ocean, everything began to change. Today, we'll learn how Britain established 13 colonies that would eventually become the United States of America. Before we talk about the 13 colonies, let's understand one important word: colony. A colony is a place that is settled and controlled by another country. Think of it this way: Britain was the parent country, and the colonies were communities established far away across the Atlantic Ocean. Even though people lived in America, they were still expected to obey British laws, pay British taxes, and recognize the British king as their ruler. Not everyone came to America for the same reason, because in Europe, some groups were not allowed to live and worship the way they believed. The colonies offered many of them a chance to start over. Life wasn't easy, but many believed the opportunities were worth the risks. Over time, Britain established 13 colonies along the eastern coast of North America. Historians often group them into three regions. First, the New England colonies. These included Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and New Hampshire. Fishing, shipbuilding, and trade were important here. Next were the Middle colonies, including New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and Delaware. These colonies became known for farming and commerce. Finally, the Southern colonies included Maryland, Virginia, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Their economies depended largely on agriculture, producing crops such as tobacco, rice, and later cotton. Although the colonies shared British rule, each one had its own local government and unique way of life. Life in the colonies was very different from life today. As the colonies became more successful, Britain wanted greater control. The British government believed the colonies should contribute more money through taxes. Many colonists disagreed. They believed Britain was making important decisions without listening to the people living in America. This disagreement would soon grow into one of the most famous struggles for independence in history. We'll begin exploring that story in our next episode. Let's define some key words from the lesson. 1. Colony. This is a territory controlled by another country. 2. Governor. A person chosen to help lead a colony. 3. Merchant. Someone who buys and sells goods. 4. Trade. The buying and selling of products between people or countries. 5. Freedom. The ability to live or worship without unfair restrictions. It is quiz time. Question 1. Who controlled the 13 colonies? A. France. B. Spain. C. Britain. Question 2. How many British colonies were established along the eastern coast? A. 10. B. 13. C. 15. Question 3. Name 2 possible reasons people moved to the colonies. If you enjoyed today's lesson, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Global Tutors Academy. Learning never stops. See you in the next episode.